Welcome to Monumental Moments, where we live to multiply His movement. I'm Melissa Matschenbacher, and this is a place we passionately pursue and proclaim Jesus. Today's monumental moment is titled, No Phone Zone. It was great to gather together for the holidays with the family again. Now that our children are older and they're spread throughout the country, the moments that we can capture together under one roof feel even more precious to me as a mom. We decided to meet up together for Christmas at a tropical destination to have a white Christmas, Sandy style. We were there to unplug and just enjoy each other's company, the salty sea and the endless turquoise water. Well, one morning, our baby, who's now 22, woke up somewhat panicking. She ran her phone to us. The phone was continually beeping and vibrating and saying, calling emergency services. Then it went to the dreaded green screen, all while continuing to beep and vibrate. There was no response on the touchscreen. Being international, we tried to think creatively. We opened our laptop to message the carrier on the website and to find out protocol for alerting them while traveling internationally. We wanted to let them know we did not need emergency services. We couldn't even turn the phone off. Later, we simply just put the phone in the corner to let the battery drain to maybe come back and try it again later. We went about our day, continuing to enjoy our vacation. At the end of the night, the family one by one began gravitating to their phones again, all but my daughter, whose phone was still malfunctioning. We decided to have a no phone zone for the night and play more cards. You may have seen those no phone zone signs around. Well, we had a self-imposed no phone zone for the night. For the rest of us with working phones, it felt glorious. For her with a non-working phone, it felt debilitating. It reminded us of a time when the kids were younger and we had surprised them with a forced family fun trip. We rented an RV to do a family trip to Yellowstone and the Badlands and Grand Tetons and Mount Rushmore. Scott and I pulled up the RV in front of the house and we honked the horn. The kids all ran to the door and then began to shake their heads in disbelief. We said, "Leave your cell phones at the door. We're taking a family road trip." Let's just say that trip had challenges all its own and didn't go quite as planned with 3 teenagers. Nevertheless, here we are on this Christmas trip without a phone, but unintentionally this time. Day after day, my daughter went without a phone. No photos, no internet searches, no email. At one point, she said, "All of my friends are going to think something's happened to me." Gone are the days where people memorize phone numbers of friends and family and can use someone else's phone to call someone. Per her request, we came home from the trip and we went to the cell phone store the next business day to try and get the issue resolved. Unfortunately, it was a faulty screen with a hefty price tag to fix. We tried multiple options and other companies, but everyone was quoting hundreds of dollars. We got creative and pulled out an old phone from a drawer, which gave her a functioning phone at the time, but there was still one problem. Her old phone had not backed up in well over a year, so she was worried about trying to restore the data even beyond fixing the device. It was an emergency situation for her, and we could feel her tension and urgency as the days went on. Somehow, her emergency became ours. She sat now, an old working phone in hand, and she was able to download all of her materials from the cloud. As I've processed this after the fact, it made me examine myself closely. Do I get alarmed when I do not have the Word of God at my fingertips? Do I feel as though other items and things are my lifeline outside of the Word of God? I'm sure that I would feel my daughter's panic if that happened to my phone. But do I give that same care to my Bible? What if a somewhat similar situation happened to you? What if your only Bible was a digital version on your phone? Would you be more distraught over losing photos and contacts and internet access, or the Word of God? The Message version of Psalm 119, 9-16 says, "How can a young person live a clean life? By carefully reading the map of your word. I'm single-minded in pursuit of you. Don't let me miss the road signs you've posted. I've banked your promises in the vault of my heart, so I won't sin myself bankrupt. Be blessed, God. Train me in your ways of wise living. I'll transfer to my lips all the counsel that comes from your mouth. I delight far more in what you tell me about living than in gathering a pile of riches. I ponder every morsel of wisdom from you. I attentively watch how you've done it. I relish everything you've told me of life. I won't forget a word of it." Do you have a call that you need to make to the Lord today? Don't wait until you're forced to operate in emergency mode. Some may be familiar with a collect call where the person receiving the call pays for the call. Christ already paid for your call. The debt has been paid. Take time to call upon the Lord. Talk to God about your concerns and shortcomings. How can you make monumental moments and live to multiply His movement today?